Alright, boys, back in the video, and today we're talking about why Jalen Green is going to become a Houston Rocket by Thursday and what he sort of provides to the team moving forward. So what's up? My name is Jae'sean. If you guys like the video, drop me below, press subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So, I think it was a day ago. Basically, there was an article saying that Rockets, they didn't work out Evan Mobley or Jalen Suggs, and basically, it's looking like Jalen Green is going to be the lock at number 2 because Pistons, they're pretty much, I don't know, not necessarily like a lock, but they're pretty much going for Cade Cunningham right now. It looks like Cade Cunningham wants to be in Detroit. He wants to be a Piston moving forward, so pretty much looking like Cade's going to be the consensus number 1, which he was for the most part already this season, but there was obviously like some rumors talking about, Rockets trading for the number 1 pick. They're really aggressive trading for the number 1 pick. But, some news came out recently that obviously like they weren't pursuing the number 1 pick anymore. So, Jalen Green is basically looking like a lock at number 2. Absolutely phenomenal player, man. It's just pretty close between Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham, who's the better player. I think Jalen Green, honestly, is the better player right now. But Cade Cunningham definitely has the higher ceiling in between the two of them, obviously. So, Jalen Green, I definitely think he's the lock in number 2, and honestly, it just makes so much sense because KPJ and Jalen Green, like that duo right there, like I cannot emphasize enough how good Jalen Green and KPJ are going to be as a good backcourt duo, man. Like absolutely phenomenal, really good duo right there. If you guys want to see my KPJ and Jalen Green duo video, I'll put up in the cards right now, but for the most part, I think everyone knows who Jalen Green is. Every Houston Rockets fan knows who the top 4 prospects are in the draft right now, obviously, because they've done some scouting, because obviously we have the 2nd pick in the draft. So Jalen Green is going to become a Houston Rocket by Thursday because that's when the NBA draft is. I'm going to be streaming that day. Probably the whole draft, I want to say. Probably the whole first round because we have 3 picks in the draft. So honestly, it just makes sense. So I'm probably expecting some trades to happen on draft day too, to be honest. So hopefully like something happens surrounding the Houston Rockets when it comes to trades on draft day, or honestly just anything Houston Rocket related before, after, or during the draft. So honestly, like Jalen Green, I think like every Houston Rockets fan is pretty content with Jalen Green, but honestly, like I wouldn't be too surprised if we got Cade Cunningham too. So I think Jalen Green, I definitely think he'd fit better on the Rockets in terms, playing beside KPJ. But Cade Cunningham can definitely start for us if he joins the Rockets because he can start at 3, Tate at 4, and Wood at 5, and Wall at the 1. But I think Jalen Green, honestly, he's gonna be coming off the bench when he gets drafted by the Houston Rockets, because as long as John Wall is here, Jalen Green is not going to start for us. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. John Wall is still a really good player. I mean, everyone gives him a lot of shit because A, his contract is bad, and B, he's definitely injury prone, and C, he's inefficient for the most part. But John Wall, he still has some all-star caliber skill, man. Like, he's still an all-star caliber talent. I mean, he did put up 21 points per game this season on, like, a really bad team. Well, to be fair, John Wall, he did come back from 2 injuries, so John Wall, like, averaging 21 points per game after coming back from 2 injuries is actually really good for him. It's just that he was injured for most of the season this year, and his play style with the Houston Rockets was up and down. I mean, he did take a lot of isolation plays this year, a lot of really heavily isolation plays this year, which every Houston Rockets fan does not want to see because, everyone wants to see, team ball. I mean, everyone wants to see every player pass the ball to each other, have some ball movement in the offense. So, having John Wall just doing isolation plays the whole game is not really that enjoyable, but hopefully it definitely just tones down a little bit more, because with KPJ and Jalen Green in the mix, we're going to get them going, get their development started very soon in their careers, very quickly. So for the most part, Jalen Green, I think he's coming up the bench. I mean, there's no way we're having John Wall as our 6th man. It just doesn't make any sense, man. I still think he's a starting caliber point guard, man. Without no injuries, if John Wall was healthy, he'd be honestly probably still a top 5 point guard right now, to be honest, man. He still would. Just like his play style, man, his athleticism, man. Like, I mean, like, his defense, too. I think he's honestly the best shot blocking guard in the NBA, man. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal. His blocking ability is absolutely underrated, man. He did average a block a game, almost a block a game this season, so absolutely amazing, man. I think like John Wall, without the injuries, man, probably would have been top 5, top 6 right now, all-time, well, not all-time point guard, but point guard in the NBA right now. And for the most part, if we had a healthy John Wall, he probably would lead us to the playoffs, man. I'm being honest with you, I don't think he would. So but honestly, We don't have that type of John Wall. We have an injury-prone John Wall who's inefficient and have a heavily isolation played point guard. So Jalen Green, I think he's definitely coming off the bench as a sixth man, probably taking Eric Gordon's spot as a sixth man. I think we're getting rid of Eric Gordon, to be honest, man. I mean, by the end of the offseason is when I expect him to be traded or to be gone from this team, but nothing's guaranteed, obviously. So but we are looking into trading Eric Gordon, which is the good part, because we're trying to package him, one of our 23 or 24 picks for moving up in the draft. Honestly, like with the Indiana Pacers, we're trying to get Eric Gordon at our 24th for the 13th, and another player, maybe like Jeremy Lamb, someone like that. So hopefully we get Eric Gordon out of here, have Jalen Green as a sixth man. Honestly, like, to be honest with you, I honestly think we're not going to be that good next season, but depending on how every player plays and how injuries pan out on the team, I definitely think we could make a surprising playoff push. Now, that's kind of a stretch because we're not going to be that good. We're going to have some really young talent on the team that's probably not going to help us win. Obviously, Jae'sean 25, Christian Wood, 25, KPJ, 21, Jalen Green, 19. So, we have a lot of young guys on the team. I just don't think we're ready to win yet. I mean, if John Wall, if he's healthy next season for the most part, and then KPJ and Jalen Green both have really solid seasons next year, or next season, then honestly, I see us making the playoffs probably as the 8th or 7th seed at best. So maybe even the play-in at best. So honestly, like, that's what I see our ceiling next season. Probably our lowest point next season is probably just not making the playoffs and being exactly how we were this year, which honestly is pretty realistic because, I don't know, man. I mean, John Wall, I just feel like John Wall's going to be injured again pretty soon. Same thing with Christian Wood, man. I mean, Christian Wood was not necessarily injured for most of the season, but had a ton of off time because of ankle injury. So that ankle, hopefully he just doesn't injure it again. I mean, it's definitely concerning to me that his right ankle was injured and he missed like most of the first half of the season. But just hoping that Christian Wood and John Wall both are healthy. KPJ, hopefully his development boosts a little bit more this season because he already took a huge leap from last season, from the season before that. And Jalen Green, I hope that he turns into a really good sixth man for us, and hopefully by next season, after this season, that we trade John Wall, have KPJ start at the 1 and have Jalen Green start at the 2. It just makes the most sense. I mean, I don't really see KPJ as a 1. I mean, he could play the 1 if he wants to, but I think he's a shooting guard, a true shooting guard at best. And Jalen Green, I think he's a true shooting guard. So playing KPJ at the 1 and then playing Jalen Green at the 2, I think that's a good solid duo right there. And then have Tate, and then have KJ Martin start, and then have Christian Wood start. So that'd probably be our starting 5 after next season. Hopefully that team is solid enough for at least 2 to 3 years to where we're decent, but we're also not that bad. So honestly, I still feel like Jalen Green is going to become a Houston Rocket. I'm definitely going to cop a Jalen Green jersey if we draft him, once we draft him, whatever it is. So hopefully we get Jalen Green. Hopefully Rafael Stone tries to trade Eric Gordon to get up in the draft, to move up in the draft so we can get the 13th pick. And hopefully Jalen Green and KPJ become one of the best duos in the league. So that's in the video. Second video, drop them below, press grab button, and mo peace.